Welcome to the Scottish Rite Journal podcast, an audio presentation of the Scottish Rite Journal, brought to you by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the World. This week's article is The Masonic Traveler, the Benjamin Franklin House, London, by Jonathan R. Corbett, and comes from the May-June 2023 issue of the Scottish Rite Journal. A man's greatness can be measured by his time well spent, living purposefully, and by his contributions to the common stock of humanity. The life of Benjamin Franklin, 1706 to 1790, gives testimony to the industriousness and profundity of just such a man, blessed with an inquiring mind and energized by the natural philosophy of the age. He is universally recognized for his distinguished accomplishments and accolades. Perhaps less is known about Brother Franklin's earlier sojourn in London. Leaving America for England in 1724, Franklin initially enjoyed a 2-year stay in London that afforded him the opportunity of gaining further experience in his trade of printing. During that time, valuable contacts were made that were to prove propitious in later years. In 1726, Franklin returned to Pennsylvania to resume his career and, between 1727 and 1757, he remained active within the printing and publishing industry. His insights and public service are manifold, witnessed in civic life as well as in education and scientific discovery and the establishment in 1743 of the Philosophical Society of America. Then, 14 years after the revival in 1717, Brother Ben became a Freemason, initiated at the historic St. John's Lodge, Tun Tavern, Philadelphia. 3 decades later, Franklin resumed his London life, this time as a representative for the Pennsylvania Assembly, to enlighten the English establishment of the province's grievances and interests. He took up lodgings at No. 7 Craven Street, now No. 36, where he resided from 1757 until 1762, and again from 1764 until his ultimate departure from England in 1775. Just a few minutes' stroll away is the Strand, a busy thoroughfare, well known in the 18th century for its coffee houses, clubs, taverns, bookshops, and publishers. Covent Garden, Fleet Street, previously home to the renowned Mitre Tavern, also to the Royal Society of which Franklin was a fellow, and Westminster are a short journey away from Craven Street. The Strand and its vicinity were central to a dozen lodges or more. Indeed, from the 1720s, Masons attired in full array used to proceed along the street in honor of an annual Masonic Grand Festival, owing to mock pageants organized by the self-styled Order of Scald Miserable Masons, amongst others. These processions eventually were disbanded in the late 1740s. Franklin's attendance as Provincial Grand Master was recorded in the minutes of November 17, 1760, of the Grand Lodge of England at the Crown and Anchor, the Strand. The Benjamin Franklin House is graced with elegant stucco work, sash windows, and rubbed brickwork. Many original internal features have been preserved, including the fielded paneling, broad oak staircases, pine wood floors, and solid stone flooring. Spacious rooms and open hearth fireplaces provide a welcome to all. Franklin writes in his autobiography that, "I was grown tired of London, remembered with pleasure the happy months I had spent in Pennsylvania, and wished again to see it." While this quintessential American and Mason returned to become a part of the fledgling American Republic's history, this Georgian townhouse remains Franklin's last surviving residence, a protected historical building and important cultural center offering a range of educational activities as well as architectural tours. This should be of interest to Americans visiting London, especially Masons who have special reason to find out more about the life of one of the most famous American Masons. A treasure trove of information about Franklin's life and times in Britain is contained in George Goodwin's widely acclaimed book, Benjamin Franklin in London, London, Wendenfeld and Nicholson, 2017. Much of the information in the present article has been culled from this source as well as the museum website, benjaminfranklinhouse.org. Like and share this article, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you wish to comment, please leave one, and as a reminder, hit the notifications bell. Any accompanying photographs or citations for this article can be found in the corresponding print edition. The Scottish Rite Journal is published by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the World. Mark Dreisenstock, 32nd degree, KCCH, Managing Editor. I'm your host, Matt Bowers.